The movie The Infiltrator came out earlier this week. We heard from Bryan Cranston about the movie on Tuesday.
Well, today, Jim Ferguson sits down with the bad guy in the film.
This is what I do. I'm an undercover narcotics agent. I sit with murderers and made men, and I lie. I lie my ass off.
Washington wants the biggest bust in history. Pablo Escobar.
And his main distributor, Roberto Alcano. Mazer, you're partnering with Abreu.
I think we've been doing this backwards. We've been following the drugs to get to the bad guys. What if we chase the money?
We need to find new undercover identities.
Hey, look at this, Falcone.
Look at the dates.
Yeah.
You do the math. I'd be 77 years old.
That's about right. Leathery and craggly.
Here we go. Bob Musella.
Welcome to a life of crime.
Let's do this.
Welcome to the United States.
Dismantle and all the money for the cartel.
I need a face-to-face with your boss.
It was an audition. You got the part.
So, Mr. Musella, what can you do for me?
You know, you've played members of drug cartels before.
Indeed.
This character in Infiltrator, Roberto, how's he different?
It's a great question. That was one of my concerns when Brad and I first talked about me playing the role. And the thing that convinced me ultimately is he says, look, I'm going to focus on some of the qualities that really existed in the man, and it's what makes the relationship between Brian's character and your character complex. They're mirror images of each other. My character is loyal. He's a devoted family man. He loves his wife. He's a great father. He's a successful businessman. All of the same characters that Brian undercover is presenting that he's in possession of. And so it's almost a matter of course that they become friends. But what underlies it all is we know that there's a comeuppance, that we know that there's a betrayal that must happen in order for Brian to take him down. But for me, it was an opportunity to play someone, as you say, who is somewhat familiar in terms of territory we explore, but there's more complexity there. You get to show him as a human being. He's a real man who happens to be involved in a business that is criminal.
Alcano says Don Chepe's $10 million is frozen, which is actually Pablo Escobar's money, and he doesn't give a rat's ass that our government did it. He wants his money, and it's not going to be over until he gets it.
There's a Senate investigation into Noriega. You're not getting money that went through Panama. Frozen is frozen. Accept it.
Mark, it's f***ing up our operation.
We need you to fix this for us.
How am I going to fix this? You want me to call Senator Kerry? Hey, John, could you drop your investigation that the president has sanctioned? Because my friend Bob's getting really upset. Reagan wants Noriega's ass. Are you listening to me?
Hey, you know what Alcano said? That's not an answer that keeps you alive, my friend, okay?
Hey, what did he say that for? No, wait a second. Hold on. Did he threaten you?
No.
Did he put your neck in the noose?
Yeah, and he's squeezing.
No, he didn't. Roberto didn't say that. He wouldn't say that.
It's Escobar.
No, wait a second. Bob, are you in danger from Pablo Escobar if his money doesn't come through?
This country, the United States, made him what he is.
That's right. It's a matter of supply and demand.
Exactly, exactly. I used to work as an extra in a couple of speaking parts in old westerns.
Is that right?
And the directors would say, white hats over here, the good guys. The black hats over here, the bad guys. Well, you've played both. Law and Order, the white hat.
Right.
Now you're a black hat. Do you have a preference?
I do. I find playing characters who live on the darker side of things more interesting to play. I think you're right. You probably split right down the middle of the number of roles. It's probably 50-50.
Yeah.
And I've often played the guy in uniform. Fine. I find it a little bit boring, though, because there's not much complexity to them. They see the world in terms of black and white. What I really appreciated about this film and the dynamic that exists in the film is that he doesn't define himself by black and white. He's smart enough to and realizes that the business he's in is against the law. Of course, it's illicit activity, but he's fulfilling a public need. But all of that aside, he possesses all the qualities we admire in anyone in society.
Admire his intelligence.
Yeah.
She's my present for you tonight, Mr. Bob.
I'm engaged.
So, are you kidding me? A fiance, Bob?
Meet your soon-to-be wife.
Kathy Ertz, Bob Mazer. I wish you many happy years.
Damn, I need a fiance.
Have you ever had your palm read? Destiny has marked you.
You know who's the biggest money launderer in the U.S.?
I thought it was me.
You mess this up, you'll kill you, and it will make you die for days.
I do not do business under threat.
Unfortunately, you are not in a position to dictate terms to Don Pablo.
This is a cop.
One wrong move and we're dead. In my business, when there is no loyalty, it never ends well.
Are you in danger from Pablo Escobar? You have a chance to take them all down.